I don't want to call a shitty game. If you want us to hype you up, just tell a bunch of stuff about you. We're calling the game.
Yeah.
We'll hype you up.
Yeah, who was your hockey hero growing up?
Speaking of before the game, actually.
Model your shot after.
Wade Belak.
Yes.
Fucking hero.
His show on Leafs TV.
That was so good. Yeah.
He had a show?
Yeah, it is.
You can't with interviews, but they had him like.
You can't do actually. You actually can't do it.
I know. I was gonna say that's the touchy subject. Too soon.
Also, he probably did model
Do like
your shot
David
after.
Setaguchi.
David Setaguchi.
Think of someone like just really on the outside of the bubble. Someone like that.
Favorite goalie growing up was Arturs Urbe. Loved the all-white pads. The bucket. Carolina Hurricane.
You wore a Joe fan.
Favorite team growing up? The Hartford Whalers.
Wasn't even alive during
During their time as a team, I just love them.
Guess what? I got scoring leaders. I got. Let's only do the first page because we're only going to talk about those people.
What a douche. This is hundreds or is this all?
This is the whole league.
Oh, really? That's crazy. Eh?
Regular season.
Fleming's.
Like one girl. Do we have the numbers? Jeez, how long does this take? Where did
The Fleming's like size of a rugby balls. So we went back to the school.
He what?
We went back to the school.
For what?
More rugby balls because they don't like the size of ours.
We do have a.
We got some controversy. Here we go.
Yeah, but like I think he has the score sheet.
Deflated balls.
Deflategate.
Well, they can't start until I guess back with Millions.
We have no balls.
That's fantastic.
What?
They didn't like the size of the balls.
A little bit of a mind games going on here, folks. But we're not live. Actually, we might be, sorry.
Did you hear about that?
You know how you scored?
No,
5 points, right?
Oh, like how to add them up. Yeah. You want me to do that?
Sure. I just did this so we can maybe keep track. The try, convert, who did it, and then the
Then you
score.
had like the penalty kicks too, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
We'll just put that on the try.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me they were
Nobody's really gonna.
until 2:30.
We just kind of did it live last time.
Because Riley stories are always fun.
There's no scoreboard though, is there?
No. So that's why we have to keep our own score. And there's no timer. It's 45 minutes, no extra time.
Oh, it's not 2 halves.
Oh, it is. Yeah. It's 2 halves, but it's not like. Don't
But
think.
it's only so it's 45 minutes total.
Yes.
Oh,
No. 2 45 and a half. It's like soccer.
really? That's like 80 minutes.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's 2 40-minute halves.
Like I said, we kind of just did it live.
All right. That's what I was trying to listen to you guys to like hear.
It's gonna be like the CFL back in the day when they ran out of footballs. Remember? Can't play the game. We have no balls.
Did that happen?
Yeah, like way back in like 19 like way back like 20s maybe or something. They ran out of balls. Some, like a fan like took one of the balls and then that was the last ball they had somehow.
That's pretty terrific.
They just called the game.
Yeah, I don't know. It's on like the top 10s all the time.
From this direction. Where are the lines?
That's really hilarious that we don't like the size of your guys' balls. I'm pretty. Those are Rugby World Cup balls.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't know what to tell you.
The ref said they're perfect.
Yeah.
So then why are we listening to Fleming College?
Yeah, this is a home game. Yeah, if the ref approves them. I don't know what. Maybe Dwayne just went to go hang out in the van and be like, yeah, that's all we have.
They're not having the ones we have.
You what?
They're gonna have a bigger crowd funding.
Why?
I don't know why. They didn't have
Fleming's from like
Same as last week,
Cape
though.
Ottawa. Yeah, last week they had a lot of fans too. Loyalists? No, who did they put? St. Lawrence. That's like Ottawa.
What's time we got? Do you wanna go harass the coaches?
Dick, when you
Maybe
start
stick
with
the
the
guy?
opening, that's when we start
Lineups?
filming.
Have you, they said that they didn't like the balls that Humber had, so Dwayne had to go back to the school?
Yeah.
What's up with that? But the ref liked it.
No. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I just Dwayne was getting the roster, so we still got to get the numbers.
No, what happened
That's
was
off the record?
OCAA gave us 2 brand new balls.
Okay.
And if you give a brand new ball in a championship game, a basketball game, players don't want to play with it. So the option goes to the coaches and the referee. Do you want to use 2 brand new balls, or do you want to use existing balls?
Right.
So
Gotcha.
No luck in those balls.
I prefer the older balls.
So would the scoring tent have the rosters though, you think?
the programs are here, the rosters.
But the numbers, don't they change every game?
Yeah.
So that's why last week we had to...
Well, you go back there. The men's, the Humber coach had the roster. He was filling out his roster.
Let's go check the.
Someone's got to have it.
Yeah.
So, you got the countdown going?
Yep.
Are you picking up Wi-Fi off of here?
No.
Pick up Wi-Fi, you don't have to use your own Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Just go to it's MyFi and then just click on here. And then get the password. Save on it.
Is the camera working good now?
Oh.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I cooled out. Just laying on the floor.
People had to be up like probably like an hour to drive here.
Yeah, I think the fruit was so strong it really dragged me under and just twisted my knee and it's been like,
You did it.
There is one? Oh no.
Brampton Beast game tonight?
Yeah? You going?
Nope. They're just setting up for it.
They played Team India, you know that? That Team India is a hockey team?
Are they good?
No. Actually, I know one of the guys that plays for him.
Is he good?
He's good, yeah. But he's probably their best player.
I'm gonna try it. I've got a little bit of Indian connection.
Yeah?
Nope.
That heritage?
I want to try to see if I'm eligible to try out for Team Portugal. No, seriously, because my dad, exactly. Well, I don't know. John Tavares is Portuguese, so I'm one.
His team Canada spots the question.
For who?
Tavares, yeah, I don't know if he's
Johnny T?
I'm one quarter Tavares, eh?
You are, eh?
Actually, my grandmother's maiden name. But like everyone's Tavares is your Portuguese, so like, it doesn't really mean anything.
Set up some tweets.
Oh, it means something.
No.
Before you told me that every Portuguese person is Tavares, I was like, that's pretty cool.
you should throw that out there. Matt Dutra, his grandmother's maiden name is John
Bloodlines can be
Tavares.
traced all the way back to the Tavares, so you know he's a good player.
He's real good at sitting on the bench.
Matt Dutra credits his game day success to eating 2 tangerines on game day. He told me once he tried to eat 3 and had a bad game. Ever since then, he's stuck to 2.
Can you just make some random shit up, please?
Loves grapes, allergic to raisins.
Can you please? Can you please? That would be too much to handle.
Best calls.
Allergic
Matt
to
Dutra,
raisins.
in his downtime, loves to the board game Candyland.
For hockey, we should definitely fake a pregame show.
His favorite Monopoly piece.
Just set up half hour early.
I give you full permission to make me sound like the biggest weirdo. I give you full permission. I'll give it to you in writing too. Like literally, just write. I'll sign a piece of paper, write whatever you want, and then say like I.
Yeah, but it's time for a Humber Hawk Spotlight.
That's what I did.
Can you please?
I don't see why not. Oh, they
No one's gonna watch.
No, I know.
Teacher, take
Even
the stick
for baseball, the most viewers we ever had was 9. Yeah. Everybody's family is at home.
All 9 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still getting chirped on YouTube, which is great.
What's that?
We are?
Well, yeah, these ones. That's why the
Hope not right now.
No, but the 9 fans.
We haven't started.
The 9 fans are like they're into it.
Right now?
No, not now, but they will
usually?
be. Like this Adam Levy guy is just ripping people.
Man, the commentator
tell
took
us
some
that.
serious pain meds before this game.
When was this? Last game?
This might have
I
been for
couldn't
this.
figure out when that was from.
This might have been probably
I think it was
soccer.
Saturday. It might have been Jimbo yesterday.
You should honestly.
Maybe, yeah.
You should type in yes. he just got into a really big car accident. How did you know?
Say what game though.
There's 11 people watching now.
Yeah, there's
On the field before the
you
game.
guys have a big viewership, right?
We were on the field.
Can you believe that?
What?
Look
There's
at
11 people watching
oh,
right now.
look at this spike. This spike in viewers.
Right now?
Yeah,
Yeah, because the game's about to start.
Yeah, you're up to 12.
Can they hear us?
Don't turn the things down.
Oh, totally.
No, but the mix is down, so we're all good.
Hey, we have numbers.
We do?
Behind you.
My word. You guys.
They're a little messy, but
Could they hear us there?
No,
Maybe.
The mix is down, so I think
Humber Hawks.
That would have been hilarious.
I'm never
That
sure.
happened-
The laptop
that
takes
happened to
stuff
Mike
too.
and I when we were doing not the headsets, but the mic. Apparently,
All those baseball ones, yeah. Apparently it was still because it was coming through the laptop.
Yeah, my dad would text me being like, I can hear you. I'm like, okay, that's not good. DeLuca.
Even though that was probably the best commentating.
Oh,
The in-between.
someone left. Someone's had enough.
10.
I like to
that
just
10?
envision.
There was 11 like a minute
10
ago.
people. 12's the max.
set new viewing records.
What was
Why? Why? Why would anybody do that?
What, they left?
I just showed up at 11.
Someone showed up at like
11. Just one guy like
it was
this.
probably this laptop showing up.
Oh, someone else.
Little Beebs.
Someone else took off.
yeah, like we're going to Beavertown.
Beavers. Playing right now.
Cut out.
Where's Ken's?
Problem with that?
Right here.
No, listen to some of the stuff he's gonna say for our game. Hilarious.
You call me a beauty?
Sure. No, I was gonna like. Your credits is on game days. He eats 2 tangerines. Talking to him before the game, he told me once he tried eating 3 and he had a bad game. So I'm gonna stick to just 2. Matt Dutra loves grapes, but allergic. Dutra loves grapes, allergic to grapes.
If you say it like that, I will cry.
They're gonna be watching.
My parents are screaming.
I gotta go to Bob and
Where you go?
be a Bob bitch.
All the way.
Phillips.
Give you guys your seat.
You need to be a ball yet.
No balls? Because they're complete.
You guys?
Like a bad roulette table, no balls.
That's it.
Yo, swag. Just in case I
Oh, he's mine now.
He's mine now.
It's aggressive, physically scratching. Scratch from today's scratches.
Let's see if anyone's from Bruce County. No.
Probably not.
I'm so surprised.
And the Fleming Knights.
Gallery was Dwayne going to announce.
Do you want to read the names and tell me things? So I'm at Bean.
Bean is 8.
Yep.
Bell is 24.
Yep.
Casabo is 9.
Yep.
Golly is 6. Clark is scratched.
What's that?
Clark is scratched.
Mercedes. See you later.
Dolan Golly is 6.
Yep.
Erdenberger is 21.
Yep.
Gartland is scratched.
Nice.
Godfrey 10.
Yep.
Goff 22.
Yep.
Gray 23. Greer 25.
Yep.
Harley 16.
Yep.
Kenny 11. May and McDougal are both scratched. Like
ya.
their hustle, but they're cut. Mitchell is
Game
15.
day decisions. 15.
Yeah,
Like the
Nate Smith
warm-ups.
is 18. Nelson cut.
See you later. Bye.
Rendell is 3. Rudowski and Scanlon both cut.
Better luck next year, guys.
Schluter 2. Shantz 4. Smith 1. Spencer 14. Steed 5.
Steed.
Steeder Teasdale 12.
TT 12.
Chinny 17.
Dinner 17.
Warren 7.
Yeah.
And Wright is 20. You got it?
And the coaching staff, head coach Shannon Burton, first year with the program. Oh yeah, sorry. I didn't really plan that out. To put these somewhere.
Well, I mean,
as long as they
let's
don't go
tape
away.
them. Can we tape them like that? Because then you can like check
Yeah.
that stuff.
Sorry, here.
No, oh, is that yours?
It's a flip book kind of a.
headsets. Potential for technical difficulties. We know.
Your time isn't many as last week.
Their headsets patched right in ours, Everett. Mike McCauley, the head ref.
Is he really?
I don't know. I'll let a lip from the Humber players, and he's not happy. Oh, my voice is gonna start cracking.
Man, there was yellow cards last time. I don't know what that really means in rugby, but I was like, we have our first booking of the game.
You can like sit out like a sin bin.
When does Jim say we're going
That's
live?
actually what it's called.
It is literally called
Yeah.
the sin bin. It's
When
great.
the ref decides when you come out, there's no set time limit.
Seriously?
Yeah, just you're in there until he's like,
Okay.
We're gonna wait till after the anthems, I guess.
Yep. I'm just making sure that.
Humber Hawks, say something.
Huh?
We're down to 8. We got
Because it's not live.
Let's improve this broadcast, though. No, we're live.
No, our mix is down. Jim saying? Jim, turn the mic up.
Is that Jim doing the announcing?
Yeah.
Oh.
You'll double clap. This is awful. Stare at you the whole time. We can't see.
We gotta stand too.
Yeah, but it's better.
it was like this last
Love the sportsmanship.
Ooh, that's the job I want. I want to hang numbers on the scoreboard over there.
Absolutely, I do.
Just so I have the numbers. Thank you.
Not a problem. Do you know where who they play? Fleming is? When was that? A long time?
It doesn't say. Shit.
Number 21, Shakira Hall. Number 18, Emma Ham. Number 12, Sharisa Hammond. Number 7, Deshauna Hippolyte. Number 6, Victoria Gillespie. Number 3, Caitlin Kelly. Number 10, Mia Delgado. Number 4, Emily McLean. Number 22, Ebony McGree. Number 15, Logan McGilvery. Number 16, Kavina McKenzie. Number 20, Caitlin Morgan. Number 5, Shanice Schultz. Number 23, Tamika Shaw.
This guy over here's got a plan.
Yeah, I guess. So we can go live.
I think so.
I mean, good afternoon. We welcome you in here to the Brampton Rugby Club in Brampton, Ontario for this afternoon's OCAA Women's Gold Medal game between the home team, the Humber Hawks, and the visiting Fleming Knights. I'm Everett Hamner alongside Paul McGowan. Paul, this afternoon we have a matchup in the gold medal game. What you want to see? Two first-place teams in their respective divisions meeting in the final.
Absolutely, two very, very strong offensive teams going at it. Terrific offensive numbers, good defensive numbers for both teams too. It should be a good one.
The Humber Hawks advancing to this gold medal game after the semifinal win last Saturday, a 36-19 victory against the St. Lawrence Vikings. Humber jumped out to a 24-12 lead last week, Paul, but the Vikings fought back, scoring twice and adding a convert to make the score 24-19. But the Hawks responded, scoring a couple of tries, and converted their end to win the game by a score of 36-19. So a little bit of a scare there in the semifinal for this Humber Hawks team, a team that only allowed in the regular season 7 points all game.
Absolutely, an average of 1 point allowed per game. So very uncharacteristic last week, but of course everything gets a little bit tougher in the playoffs.
And these Fleming Knights, they advanced to the gold medal after their 43-32 semifinal victory at home against Loyalists last Saturday. So two teams that are both on top of their game, which is what you want to see going into a gold medal game.
Very true. Humber looks to have the advantage, but of course Fleming playing in that much tougher Eastern Division.
Yes, 3 of the 4 teams from the semifinal coming from that other side. Humber just the lone team representing their division in the semifinals. And so it's going to be it's a perfect day for rugby here. The sun is shining, temperature sitting right around about 14 degrees. And last week, so weather's not going to be a factor in this game, Paul.
No, not at all. It's a perfect day here at the Brampton Rugby Club. Of course, Humber plays most of their games at Humber Valley Field, but a field not available. So here we are at the Brampton Rugby Club.
And just about ready to get things kicked off here, as it's going to be Humber kicking things off. And we are underway in the gold medal game here. Taken near side of the field here by the Knights. Scrummed. Ball on the ground. Pass. Stingy Hawks defense early, Paul, is there all over the Knights.
Coming out looking very energized here.
Interesting to see in this game. If a lot of times you see when two teams from different divisions not really that familiar with each other, often there's the first big hit there right at center field. Slow to get up is the Humber player. She does appear to be okay though.
That's number 4, Emily McLean. She took a hard hit there. You're right in the middle of the field, and looks like she's okay. Walking a little bit gingerly when she got up.
Appear to be okay. Yeah, just talking about, Paul, when two teams not really familiar with each other from two different divisions, oftentimes you see a little bit of a feeling out process in the early goings of a game here, but maybe in a gold medal game like this, both teams really can't afford to waste any time.
I think that's very true.
As the Knights are advancing here into the Humber Hawks team,
and Humber had it for a second, turns it over.
Ball fumbling around there as we're going to have first play by our referee blow things down here. It's going to result in a scrum. It's going to be the Knights. Knights number 9, Kayla Casabano, putting the ball into the scrum for the Knights. Set, engaged, now ball put into the scrum there. Switched over to the far side of the field with open field to work with. There are the Knights.
Some good breakaway speed there from Angela Godfrey.
Equal to the errant pass there, went all the way back, but quick to jump on it there are the Knights. Ball now right around midfield. Number 9 Casabo with it on the far side. Setting things up again. Another big hit there right around center field by number 7 of the Hawks. That was Spencer Muller with the tackle there.
Early on, it's been all Knights.
Really trying to take it to this top-ranked Humber Hawks team.
Ball down, and Humber comes up, and they've got possession for the first time this game.
Switching it to the near side of the field here, now going right down the right flank. Number 14, she lays it off. That was DeLuca. DeLuca played such a strong game last week in the semifinal game. Ball brought down right in front of the broadcast booth here. And the Knights come out the other way, breaking away into open field. There, that was number 9 Bean, the forward. But again, early on, Paul, we've seen that the Knights have had a couple of rushes. Breakaway speed here is number 10. The far side of the field there, as the Knights have room to run with. There we go, that breakaway speed down the right flank. Out of bounds, but there again, Paul, we've seen it 3 or 4 times early on here, the breakaway speed that this Knights team has.
And that was the first really good run that we've seen anybody break off, really. But you're right, the Knights showing early that they can get to the outside and beat a couple of defenders.
That was Emily Harley, number 16, the back from Keene, Ontario, first year with the Knights program. Going to have our first line out of the game. The far side right in front of the Hawks bench.
And it's Humber that comes down with it.
And now all the way back in their own end zone, kicking it out to relieve pressure there are the Hawks. And regrouping, that ball will go out of play. We'll have a line out right around midfield. So good play there by the Hawks, Paul, to really just sensing the pressure by the Knights and just electing to kick the ball out of play.
Yeah, improve that field position a little bit. Got to get your sea legs under you and get going here.
And this line in is taken by the Knights. Referee's going to have that redone, as it will result in a scrum here right around midfield again. It's going to be the Humber Hawks inputting the ball into the scrum. Comes out of the scrum cleanly, and now here come the Hawks with open field to work with. Good strong rush there by the Hawks, moving it up over. That was number 12,
Sharifa Hammond with a good drive up the middle. Here come the Hawks.
Threatening down here now are the Hawks inside the Knights territory. That's DeLuca, swings it out to the far side of the field, brought down by the Knights.
See if Humber tries to swing it back around the other way. That's where their numbers are right now.
Number 17, she picks it up. That was Hippolyte.
Shauna Hippolyte just bulling forward there.
As she is brought down by 4 or 5 Knights players. Again, the Hawks trying to really pound the ball straight at this Knights defense. Swinging it now over to the far side. Here come the Hawks right around. The Hawks are threatening here. Just about 15 yards to go before the end zone. The Hawks really trying to go right at this Knights defense. Swings it out to the far side. Now number 14, she's in. Did she get in for a try? No, she doesn't. Oh! Turnover, much. And the Knights fans. And Paul, that was a missed opportunity there by the Hawks right at the goal line.
She was just about at the try line or maybe across it, but couldn't ground it, is what I think happened. Hard to tell if she was actually across that try line from our vantage point.
And so here they go, the Hawks right around the goal line. Does she get in? Are they in? Not just yet. Number 19, DeLuca swings it out to the far side. Fumbled at the goal line again.
That was 10 Christina Branch who just about put that in.
And so early on in this game, we've seen a couple of turnovers right around the end zone by this Humber Hawks team.
And that'd be a big try for Humber. They haven't had very much possession here early on. So if they can get out to a lead here early, and certainly help their cause.
As a result of that turnover, it's going to be a scrum right around the end zone. Ball going into the scrum by number 9 for the Fleming. As Fleming looks to relieve pressure here and get out of the zone.
They like to kick, failed.
Flubbed kick there right around as it... Possession going here to the Knights, and here come the Knights.
And the Knights escaping danger there. Trying to improve their field position, kick that ball away, and just flat out missed it.
Yeah, tried to a flubbed kick there, but they were able to advance the ball out now. And whistle's going to be blown down as we have a couple Fleming players down, appear to be injured. Currently getting treatment there is number 9, Kayla Casabo, Belleville, Ontario native. Hope to see that she's okay would be this Fleming coaching staff, as Casabo in the regular season, Paul, finished atop in leading in league scorers.
By a wide margin, too.
She finished with 4 tries, 19 converts for 67 points.
Fleming with 3 players in the top 10 in league scoring.
And so there we go again. We see the speed breakaway here with just one player to beat down the far side. No, is she going to catch her? DeLuca, nope, doesn't appear to be. And in for the try are the Fleming College. And they lead early here in this gold medal game.
And Everett, that one seemed to come out of nowhere. And then all of a sudden streaking down the right side. Have to wait and see who that was, but had just one Humber player to beat and beat her pretty easily.
And so we've seen it early on, Paul. We've said it a couple of times, this breakaway speed that this Fleming team side has here. We've seen it on a couple occasions, and that led to the opening score of the game. And so it's going to be Casabo attempting to convert here. Straightaway kick here coming up. Kick is up. And appeared to be...
I think that one was low.
She low and left. So a missed convert leaves the score, the set early on in this gold medal game. 5-0 lead here for the Fleming Knights. And that was Kayla Casabo. We talked about, Paul, leading scorer here. She led the entire league in converts as well with 19. So very uncharacteristic miss here by Casabo.
And we'll see if those 2 points make a difference later in this one.
I have to think maybe she was the player that caused the stoppage due to an injury. hoping maybe something nagging here. And so the Humber Hawks look to respond as they trail in this gold medal game by a score of 5-0 early here. Everett Hammer alongside Paul McGowan here. And it's another turnover there. Now the Knights have it.
And Everett, you mentioned already a couple of missed opportunities for the Hawks down near the Fleming try line. All of a sudden, Fleming comes right back the other way, and they now lead things 5-0.
Fleming relentless here, wanting to add on to this early lead as they know all throughout the regular season how lethal this Humber Hawks offense has been. So number 3 with it for Fleming. Right down again. Big hit there. And slow to get up is one of the players on the Humber Hawks team, still down. Play resumes, and now Fleming trying to bounce things out to the outside, switching it to the far side of the field. Is this, as a player is down on the near side of the field, here still slow to get up and hasn't got up yet, is number 17. After that big hit, Paul, right close in front of us there. Hippolyte receiving treatment here on the near side of the field. She gets up, hope that she's okay, and is able to return to this game.
Walking off under her own power. That's always a good sign.
We're going to have a line out. There's clear blue skies here at the Brampton Rugby Club. Close proximity to the Toronto Airport. See the planes flying above here. Line in. Taken by the Hawks, but blown down by the official. Significant fall, this Humber Hawks team trailing here in this gold medal game. Humber Hawks have won 3 out of the 4 title games that they've played in. This is a Humber Hawks team that, has been there and done that before, so they have that experience to draw off of that. Hopefully carry them on here in this game.
Lots of second-year players. A lot of players that have, you're right, Everett, been here and faced the pressure of a championship game.
And they are the defending gold medalists, as last year they won a close gold medal game by a score of 19-17 against Seneca. 2 years ago in the gold medal game, though, they lost 35-21 to Algonquin. So you have to think head coach Dale SU and this Humber Hawks team wants to get the back-to-back gold medals.
Fleming, of course, coming off back-to-back bronze medals. So they're going to get a better result here, but you never like to lose the gold medal game.
Yeah, and here they go again, threatening here early on, down in the Humber Hawks territory.
Number 17, McKenna Tinney with a good run.
And tough to see from our vantage point as there is lots of fans in attendance here at the Brampton Rugby Club. Ball scrummed around in the middle. Again, Fleming still with the ball here. Scrummed around, no turnover as the Hawks now trying to elude pressure here.
Trying to run it out, and they do.
With room to run here down the right sidelines. And number 21, she lays it off. With open field to run with that number 14. Number 14 was running. She's down and forces the fumble. Is Fleming. And a big defensive play, Paul. It looked like number 14, DeLuca, was off to the races there.
It really did, but first of all, a great run by Shakaria Hall. Get that ball not just out of danger, but past midfield and opened up that scoring chance for Humber.
That was a great play.
So, strong defensive play by the Fleming Knights. Really as we were down to open field. But coming out of nowhere was the Fleming College defender to bring her down, forces the fumble, and as a result, we'll have a scrum here.
But a good push from Humber to get that ball out of danger and come right back down the field.
See it at any level, Paul, any sport, in the big games, the gold medal games, you have to have players make big plays if your team wants to have a chance of winning. Big play there, big hit by Humber's number 6. Number 6, Victoria Jalowski.
But you're right, Everett. In big games, often your best players have to be your best players. And over on the outside. And that's in there.
Breakaway speed. That was number 10, Christina Branch, the wing out of Oshawa, Ontario, first year with the team. She's in for the try, and Humber is on the board here. Tremendous breakaway speed there by Branch. All she needed was a little opening, and she hit that opening with speed.
Humber looked like they came out a little bit slowly, but they're definitely finding their legs here and finding some holes. And this thing might be about to get blown wide open.
So it's going to be number 8, Laura. Laura Congdon. We watched her in warm-ups, Paul, miss a couple of kicks there.
This one from a much easier position.
It's up, and that's good. The convert is good. And so, with the Laura Congdon convert, the Humber Hawks jump ahead here by a score of 7-5 in this, and take the lead in this OCAA gold medal game.
Everett, you mentioned watching Congdon in practice, and she was trying those converts from sort of off to the side, but right there, with the try being scored right down the middle by Christina Branch, made Congdon's job a lot easier.
Yeah, Congdon finished the regular season right behind Kayla Casabo of Fleming for second place in the league scoring, and she made 15 converts. But uncharacteristically, last week, Laura Congdon, she missed 2 converts, as like I said, she finished second in the league in converts, and so, but appears she's 1 for 1 here in this game, and gave her team the lead. Ball back in play. As this Humber Hawks trying to go right at this Knights defense.
That was 16, Kadena McKenzie. She just goes right into the middle. She tries to knock players over on her way upfield.
Switching the point of attack here to the near side of the field, as that's DeLuca now with it. She's brought down and forced the fumble here, as it's now the Knights with possession of it. As a gang tackle there by this Humber Hawks defense right in front of the broadcast booth here. Plays brought down, and it's going to be Knights ball. Slow to get up is number 11, Kinney. She's okay. Going right at big collision there. Number 9 switches it. Now ball was fumbled there, and as a result, gonna have another scrum here. So, Paul, with that last try and convert there, we see that a team like Humber, all they need is one opening, one opportunity, and they're going to make you pay for it, as they did.
Absolutely. But we saw it from the other side with Fleming College, too. Both these teams with some speed. And we mentioned it in the opening. Both these teams finished atop their division.
And coming out of the scrum is the Hawks with the ball. Right down again. The Hawks still with the ball, trying to go right again at this Fleming defense. And now the Hawks try to switch the point of attack, as it's now number 21 with it. She's brought down. Again, trying to switch the point of attack now. The ball is on the far side of the field. Intercepted there by the Knights.
Good grab there. That might have been a forward pass anyways.
Paul, that ball was a little bit, that pass was a little bit too high. Like you said, might have been a little bit of potential for a forward pass. Needless to say, the Knights now with the ball and going down the right flank as she's got open field, and with just one man to beat, she's in for the try. Again, both scores by this Knights team come with runs down the far right flank, Paul.
Fleming looking a lot more comfortable putting the ball out, you're right, Everett, to the right side.
And they have that outside speed, and clearly that's their strong point in their game, and it's resulted in 2 tries for them so far.
Hard to defend against. They didn't even really have numbers over there on the right side. Just a good run, beat at least 2 Humber defenders out there. And Fleming retakes the lead.
As a result of that, though, that's going to be a lengthy kick from a tough angle forthcoming here.
Going to be a very tough convert. For a player down in that far corner.
For Casabo. Wind not really, slight breeze here, but nothing too strong here. Casabo lining it up. Lengthy kick. Had the angle a little bit right, but just didn't have the distance. And so, it'll be the score now leads. Fleming leads Humber by a score of 10-7 here in this gold medal game. And so, Paul, we've seen a couple lead changes already here in this gold medal game.
Pretty much exactly what we thought we'd see, a back and forth between 2 very good teams. It's been a great game so far.
Humber kicks things off, and we're now back underway as it's the Knights with it again going right at the Humber Hawks defense here. Humber comes out of that scrum with the ball, over to the near side of the field. Brought down again. Number 8, Congdon.
With some room on the left side.
Room to go, open field again, but nice shoestring tackle there by the Knights. As that was number 19 making the tackle for Fleming. Number 19, Bailey, Paul, she grabbed a hold of the shin of number 8, Lauren Congdon, and just was able to hold on and bring her down.
And Congdon looked like she might just break through. So a big tackle there.
Last-ditch effort to, you'd think, help preserve this lead. Have a scrum here, ball. Referee will have them do that over again. 2 teams set here. Bind, now engaged, and now the ball will be put in play here by Fleming. But coming out of that is the Hawks with the ball. As it's now number 9 with it switches over to the far side with room to run, but she'll step just out of bounds.
That was number 9, Mila Gatto, who picked that ball out of the scrum and made a nice sidestep to avoid a tackle there, but you're right, out of bounds there on the far side of the field.
Just ran out of real estate there. So we'll have a scrum. Two teams set here. Ball put into the scrum by the Knights. And it is ball still in the scrum there. And the Knights come out with it now, switching it over to the far side of the field. This Hawks defense again. She hits a hole, lays it off again, hitting it the hole with speed, but brought down by 3 Hawks defenders. As it's still the Knights' possession here, right around midfield. Number 8 with it. She's brought down. She's really trekking her way forward there, dragging a Hawks defender with her.
That was number 8, Harley Bean, pushing forward with 3 Humber defenders draped around her.
And so brought good defensive play there by Humber. Which results here in another scrum here. And Paul, we've seen both teams really content have a strong physical game, but both teams have that ability to, it all seems like all they have to make is one pass and hit one hole, and we've seen long rushes on both sides leading to 2 tries for the Knights.
And we'll see if either team adjusts their game plan accordingly. Try to better defend that speed.
Coming out of the scrum, and that ball pass is fumbled, but still recovered here by the Knights. And going to the far side of the field is number 15 with it, Mitchell. Mitchell still with it. She's brought down, but drops that ball off. But that pass is intercepted by the Hawks at the far side of the field, right around midfield now.
And Everett, you mentioned it earlier. Lots of slanting out to the right here for the Fleming Knights. Scored both their tries out to the right side of the field too.
And now the Humber Hawks switching it to their right side of their attack here, but brought down again right at midfield. As it's now the Hawks with it, sidesteps around one defender. Stay with it before out of these Hawks, pushing their way into Knights territory. But again, equal to the task is this Fleming defense, Paul.
They've been very good so far. A couple of key tackles. Talk about the one on Cheyenne DeLuca where it looked like she was about to run in for a try, and big tackle knocked that ball loose.
And so again, going right at this Knights defense are the Hawks. Right in front of the Fleming fan supporter stands here at the Brampton Rugby Club. As now here we go, open field to work with just one defender to beat. But again, a good defensive play, brought down, forced a fumble, and going the other way here. Now the Knights with it, Paul. Another turnover right near the goal line.
I think that was number 1, Samantha Drimmy, who had that real good run and ran into a couple of Fleming defenders who right by the try line, tried to flip it back. And Humber's got to have better hands around that try line and get some of these in.
And so early on this game, that's the second fumble that resulted in a change of possession by the Hawks at the try line.
Tough one to swallow.
Which in a gold medal game like this, where the competition is so evenly matched and every score and try is so crucial, you have to hope that coaching staff, Dale Asue and the rest of the Humber Hawks, doesn't end up being a what could have been moment in this game. So the Knights now with possession of it.
Oh, he did get it.
In the middle of the field. Coming out of it, though, are the Hawks with the possession. Number 10, she's that breakaway speed. She's in for the try. That was number 10, Christina Branch. And we have yet another lead change in this game, Paul. And might sound like a broken record early here, but again, Humber Hawks just needing one hole to get through. Christina Branch hit that with speed, and she ran to daylight.
Really interesting the way that both teams have been scoring their tries today. Both of the tries for the Knights going wide outside to the right. Humber so far able to run right up the middle against Fleming. That's setting up some easier converts. And whatever happens, Humber's going to come out of this one with the lead. And it could be as big as 4 here if they can convert.
Congdon set to attempt the convert. That's going to be low and short. A miss. And so both teams have each missed converts. And the score remains, as the score now is a 12-10 lead here for the Humber Hawks in this gold medal game. Little seesaw battle here with lead changes going back and forth here, Paul.
And a great game so far. We're going to continue to watch Christina Branch's ability to just cut through the Knights' defense wherever she is on the field.
So this Hawks team with it now. Coming to the near side of the field here, brought down by 2 defenders is number 18. That's Emma Ham with it for the Hawks. Laura Congdon kicks the ball to herself, puts it back in play. Branch swings it over to the far side. Big hit there. Fans liked that one.
And that was number 12, Sharifa Hammond, just bouncing right off a tackle.
Swings it over to the far side, gets her arm up there as Congdon got the stiff arm there, the forearm shove there, Paul.
Not unusual for rugby. Things, though, starting to get chippy here. You can see some animosity now between the players. They're right in the thick of things.
Play stopped here as we have an injured Fleming player down. Receiving treatment here. Trying to get an explanation from the referee of is number 10, Angela Godfrey. Can't see a number from here as to who the player down for Fleming may be, but appears to be getting some treatment on the right ankle or potential knee area there.
She went down, holding her ankle.
Maybe twisted it as she falls. As we hear one of the fan supporters saying that it's her sister. Hopefully that she's okay. Lots of family and friends here, Paul, and made the long travel here for the gold medal game here.
Big crowd, and it's a beautiful day for rugby.
Perfect day, and Paul, with twisted ankles, we were on the field walking at pregame, and it's a little bit uneven ground here, so you have to see how that could cause some rolled ankles here.
Absolutely. It's late in the year too. You've had people out here playing rugby all summer and fall, and so field maybe not in peak condition.
Have a line in right in front of us here, taken by the Hawks. Nice takedown there, though, by the Knights as a result of that, though. And now it's Branch, the speedy Branch with it. She hits it off to number 12. Going right at
Here comes Hammond.
Hammond lays it off. Number 7, but again, another turnover there. We talked about that Hammond, Paul. You say she's not afraid to go right at you. She hits the hole with speed. And she'll drag a couple of defenders with her.
Good point, Everett. She's got the speed, but she's also really strong. She's broken a couple of tackles here already.
So the Humber Hawks kick things away. That'll go out of bounds. Result in a throw in front of the line in front of the sea of green there down on the far side, as that's where all the Fleming supporters have congregated.
And
number 8 Congdon with it. She's brought down. Big play there, but still with it are the Hawks. Swing things out, number 20. Brought down the Hawks close to the try line here, maybe about 10 yards to go. Hair pulling there, fan looking for a call. Close to the try line, trying to bring her down. As Congdon with it, she shoves her defender off to the side.
She's just sitting there.
And number 16, the Hawks going right at the defender. There's an appears to be an injured Fleming player at the bottom of that pile.
Right in the middle of that ruck, yeah.
And so in for the try, though, are the Hawks to get another lead here, but we'll see.
Referees conversing.
And so
things got really chippy down in that ruck right near the try line.
And injured player, she hasn't really moved, Paula. She's remained right from when she got hurt. She was sitting in that, like a sitting position, and I haven't seen much movement as a result of that. And she really had a cluster of players, really, because that's where all the action was, and it was almost a pylon effect.
Kind of got jolted back, and you're right, Everett. Not really able even to move out of that pile of players. And you see something like that, you worry about maybe a head injury, and we'll keep an eye and hope that she's okay. Humber looking for the convert here.
The result, the try was good. Convert from the far right hash is low and wide. And so another miss there. That was McGilvery set to take the kick, and we saw that in the semifinal. After a couple of misses by Compton, it was McGilvery who came in to take the kick. So the coaching staff really trying to switch things up. You can't afford, as we see this game is really tight, you can't afford to, try and give a player an opportunity to kind of work out the kinks.
Great point, Everett. A lot like playoff baseball. If your starting pitcher doesn't have it, you've got to move on, and that's what we're seeing here.
But as a result of that, it's the Humber Hawks extend their lead to 17-10 here in this OCAA Women's Rugby Gold Medal game. Everett Hanmer alongside Paul McGowan from the Brampton Rugby Club. We thank you for tuning in. In what has been a back and forth game so far, multiple lead changes here. Well, this game's had a little bit of everything. Some big hits, some tight defenses, some turnovers, some fumbles, some breakaway speed.
And Humber able to overcome a couple of missed opportunities early, and they now lead this thing 17-10 early on. A couple of turnovers down near the try line, and saw some big runs from the Fleming Knights. Humber is taking control here in the first half.
But Fleming currently in control of the ball there, but switch turnover there as it's now number 13. She swings over to the far side, now on the right flank, and number 21. Big hit there. She's brought down by the Fleming Knights defender, but the Hawks still threatening near the try line.
Okay, is that half now?
That ball is out of play.
Someone tell the referee.
And it's going to be a line in here.
We're doing one more
Line in taken by the Hawks, and number 19. Number 9 swings over to Branch. Branch now with it. She fakes the play, but now lays it off. Hawks switching here. They have room on the far side. Big hit there, brought down by the Knights. Is the Knights now with possession of it. It's number 12 at the bottom of the scrum there. Teasdale. These Knights still with it there. And again going right at this big hit there as the Humber Hawks player went flying there, Paul.
Whistled down a lot of the play recently down in the Fleming Fleming half of the field.
They're going right at his Hawks again. That was number 15. Mitchell with it. Turnover there, though.
A chance for Humber.
Humber, she stiff arms one man, is brought down, but still with possession here are the Hawks.
That was Caitlin Morgan who came away with it there.
The ball still in play there. That's now number 4 with it. Shiz brought down. Hawks threatening, still trying to pound it right around the try line. Right at her again. Switching the part of attack now. Branch with it. She splits to the far side to Hammond. Unable to corral that pass. Fumbled, but picked up by Hammond.
Hammond, a good recovery on that ball off the ground there.
Brought down. Ball is now scrummed. Fleming trying to move the pile forward. Referee blowing things down as I believe that was the sideline referee making the call, Paul. These referees are wearing headsets, so maybe she heard something in her ear there by the side official.
Yeah, looks like the case.
Both teams getting a quick breather as we have another player down taking a knee for the Fleming Knights.
It's good to see that they're doing it's not enough because they find they're going right back at it. They're hitting just as hard as Fleming is too.
Hope to see that she's okay. There's going to be a substitution here for the injured player.
Very close game here as we approach the halfway point. If Humber can get another try here, that'd be big. Doesn't matter what sport you're playing, if you can go into the break with a lead, especially if you can tack onto that lead right before the break, it's always a big emotional boost when you come back out.
So the ball's going to be scrummed. Just at about 15 yards outside of the Knights try line. Ball put into the scrum by the Hawks. As is now, here we go, the Hawks switching it over to Hammond. Hammond going right at the Knights defender. Lays it off to Congdon. Congdon, she's down and in for the try. Again, this Humber Hawks team, Paul, going right at the Knights defense.
Absolutely. Hammond looked like she was going to push through everyone for that try, and a deft little handoff to Lauren Congdon, who takes it the rest of the way. And Humber does indeed extend that lead, and all of a sudden Fleming had control of this game early. Watching this game slip away a little bit.
It's going to be McGilvery set to attempt the convert again. This one, Paul, a little bit of a better angle here for McGilvery than the last attempt.
But overall, Humber converting a lot of tries down the middle, giving their kickers a terrific chance at that convert.
McGilvery looking to get the lead to 2 tries and 2 converts. And the kick is low from McGilvery. And so again, Paul, missed converts seem to be a little bit of a theme here so far in this game for both teams.
That one hurts for Humber, lined up just about dead center. They do lead this thing 22-10.
22-10 as we have. And that'll do it for the end of the first half here in this OCAA Women's Gold Medal game, as after the first half, The home team, Humber Hawks, lead the visiting Fleming Knights by a score of 22-10.
Humber with a terrific first half, a little bit of a slow start, but came on strong. They got their sea legs under them and started running all over the Fleming Knights. A couple of big tries from Christina Branch, and if Humber had made good on a couple of those converts, this one would be an even bigger lead as it stands. It's a 12-point lead for Humber, and Fleming has some regrouping to do here at the half.
And so both teams, coaching staffs, try to make some adjustments at halftime. We will see you on the other side of the break for second half action of this OCAA Women's Rugby Gold Medal game. Jay!
Pretty well?
Yeah, I think so.
Find a washroom.
It's
Abs, we didn't catch your score.
none of the tries.
I kept trying to. I was trying to keep track and like follow the play like, until I could see the number, but not very successful.
That's okay.
Is there food inside?
I'm not sure. I know there's some hot stuff.
Yeah, it's a big spot, so you gotta come in. Yeah, but you also went. You also traveled. I gotta take their bags.
This might be one of the fastest halves I've ever seen in my life.
Do they like they don't stop time? I think it's like soccer, isn't it?
Oh, no, yeah.
We should keep track at least on here of when the next.
Yeah.
Go Jacinta.
Who's in that from?
Someone said Mike was there. What he was doing.
Who?
I don't know. Someone up in the chat. That was funny.
Oh, we're already back on the way.
Short as hell.
Sorry, I just had somebody else do for you there.
And so we're just about set to kick things off here for the second half action of this OCAA Women's Rugby gold medal game here at the Brampton Rugby Club. The home team Humber Hawks lead the Fleming Knights by a score of 22-10. Everett Hamner alongside Paul McGowan. As Paul, you have to think if you're the Fleming Knights, you want to get possession and establish what you've done well, which is really using the outside flanks.
Absolutely. And you need to hopefully get a try here early.
That's a big hit right there, right in front of us.
That was number 8, Harley Bean.
Took down number 22, McCreath, the inside center for the Hawks. A big collision there. Both players are fine. Results in a line-in for the Knights.
She can't pick it up!
Ball right down in front of us here as the Hawks come out of it with the ball.
Yes. Thank you, referee!
Going to be brought back here. So, kicking it down deep into the Hawk zone here are the Knights.
When it's already down by 12, you don't want to get down by any more than that, really.
A young little fan chased down that ball there and brought it back into play here.
All swatted away by Humber there on the line out.
Line out there now. As it's the Hawks with it. Threatening here in the second half. Low pass there. Ball will be brought down. Substitutions coming here on the far side of the field for Fleming.
Thank you.
So a scrum here in front of us, just on the Fleming side of midfield.
It's going to be put into the scrum by the Knights. And so, far side of the field is now Fleming. Swings it right down, going right at her again. Powering through. That was number 8. Brought down though by multiple Hawks defenders. Still with the ball here are the Knights.
With another good push up the field.
Number 25, big play there. That was Courtney Greer, the lock from Fenland Falls, Ontario. Second year player. She ran right over one defender and gained another 10 yards, Paul.
Fleming playing with some urgency here.
As they need, like you say, need to get on the board here in the second half to try and chip away at this deficit.
Go, girls!
Fleming supporters really urging on their team from the sideline here. Ball kick it deep into the Hawks zone, picked up there by the Hawks. Number 23.
That's Jamaica Shoy.
Jamaica Shoy lays it off, is now change of possession there.
Not releasing, perfect.
As you can really sense that this is the gold medal game, as lots of fans really vocal here in this game from the sidelines. Really love to see that, Paul. Get the fans involved, and it really adds to the atmosphere. Great atmosphere here at the Brampton Rugby Club for this gold medal game.
Definitely big crowd out here today.
Going to be ball put into the scrum here by Fleming. Ball still under there, and now brought out as this Fleming Knights team is right around the try line trying to get away here, but really another gang tackle there by the Hawks.
That was Casabo there who got flung around down to the ground.
So the Knights still close, really trying to chip away here close to the end line. Really pushing their way here as this really close to the try line here. Tough to see who has it. Knights still with it there as they're trying to switch the attack, going right at, again, this Humberhawks defense.
It's a big moment here for Fleming.
22.
Referee slows things down, waiting for a spot. And now the Knights close to the try line again, trying to switch it. Are they in? Close. Not in yet. No call yet. Again, going right at the Hawks defense. No. Down there, right around the try line. Maybe a yard or half a yard to go here.
What a push back here from Humber on the try line.
Defense is now, they're trying to switch it around again, close to the try line. Again, Knights still with it. Going to the far side. In for the try. Are these Knights team, and they oh, what a sequence of events there as the Knights were threatening for the last 2 minutes there.
A huge try line stand there by Humber and just about kept that out. I think it was Harley Bean though. She has been a force all day for Fleming, and she finally punches it in. And just what Fleming needed here. Come out in the second half, get yourself right back on that scoreboard.
Yeah, talked about the stand here. The Knights were originally came down the field down the right flank, and they were close, really around the corner there, but nothing doing. They switched it out, tried to go near the goalposts again, got close within a yard, Paul. Another big stop. They switched the point of attack again to the right side, and then finally got in.
A couple of big tackles. Samantha Drimmy had a tackle there as Fleming came back down to the right to try to punch it in. Very tough convert now here, though, for Fleming again.
It will be
just about at the touch line.
If there's anybody you want kicking in, though, it's Casabo. She misses her footing there and falls as she makes the kick. There's another missed convert. And so, these Fleming Knights, like we said at the top of the half, you'd want to get an early score. An early score they did, as now they trail by a score of 22-15.
And now you're just down by a try and a convert. And I think in a championship game and against an offense like Humber's, that's where you want to be, is within a score.
I'm serious.
So it's going to be Cogden kicking things off here. Short kick taken by the Knights. Going right at taking that short kick with speed there by the Knights.
Let's go, Fleming!
Sense a little bit of momentum here, Paul, after that last convert there by the Knights.
Yeah, the Knights coming back hard here.
Referee's going to blow things down. Hitting the hole with speed again, though, are the Knights. Again. Number 9, the Knights really dominating the possession here so far in this second half.
And you wondered how they were going to come out here in the second half. Of course, Humber scored a try right before halftime, but Fleming with a terrific response here. You can't really ask for anything more.
There's the ball again, the Knights switching attack. Switching point of attack, looking out to the right side. As she, big hit there. Good defensive stop there by the Hawks defender there, Paul. Number 23.
Hawks need to find a way to respond.
It was Jamaica Shoy with the big tackle for the Hawks.
The Hawks are still up by 7, but you're right, Everett. Momentum very definitely in Fleming's favor right now.
Fleming in the Hawk. Fleming threatening again here in the Hawks side, and again switching it out to the far side now. So well, we've seen this Hawks defenders swarm to the ball as they are doing again here.
Fleming just relentless right now. They just keep coming.
Fleming still with it, going right at this Hawks defense now. As here they go again, looking to threatening there again. Close to this Fleming Knights team. As the play is blown down here by the referee.
And one of the big differences so far is Fleming very sure-handed around that try line. Getting a couple of Humber turnovers on plays where they might have scored. Fleming, especially on that last try, if they don't get in one way, they'll just try to turn things around and swing it back the other way.
And so play is brought down again, going right at this Hawks defense. Big hit there. We talked about it all game. This Fleming Knights team not afraid to go right at the Hawks defense. Big hit there though. Switch it over to the far side, the right flank. This Knights team, does she get in? No, she's still close again right to the try line. Trying to find an opening, but brought down there by this Hawks defenders. As switched, the ball turned over there, and the Hawks now with it. As the Hawks now with possession for one of the first times in this second half.
They're going to need to move it away from their own try line and move that ball upfield.
Switching the point of attack well here are the Hawks. Brought down though by this Knights defense. Looking for some opening space there. Nothing going here. As the Fleming supporters, very vocal, as switching now, a turnover, and now with room to work with, look at open field, but brought down there by number 23 of the Hawks.
23 Jamaica Shoy, a big tackle there.
And down but not out is the Fleming defender, still with it. As the play now is brought down, but Paul, this Fleming team, relentless, causing a turnover on the far side and going right at this Hawks defense again.
It's been very impressive to see the way that they've come out here to start the second half. They've been relentless. Humber really pushing back on defense, but they're back on their heels right now.
Play is stopped due to an injured Knights player here. Not sure who that is, but hopefully she's okay and nothing too serious. And we're seeing here, Paul, the contrast of the two sides. During this stoppage due to an injury, we see this Knights team really huddled together and really trying to set up a strategy, whereas the Hawks on the far side just spread out.
Spread out on that try line, yeah.
Knights players looking on, hoping that their teammate is okay there. Trainer looking at maybe the lower back of the Knights player there. Fleming
with a big push here to start the second half. Already already with one try, and they failed on the counter, but they've brought things back to within 7. It's 22-15.
So we really haven't seen too much movement by this injured player here for the Knights. They rolled her over onto her back. Trying to see movement here. Nothing too. Now she sits up and gets up under her own power. Still receiving some treatment there. That's number 13, Janika Adesafra. Shakes things off. She's going to remain in this game. Gives a wave to her family on the far side as her mom was definitely worried there. And now here we go the other way, and the Knights right at the try line, right around the goal post there are the Knights. And now the ball is right around the goal post there, right around the try line. Big defensive stun there by the Humber Hawks, pushing things back. The ball now switched, and it's going to be the Hawks come out of it with possession here with open field. That was a big play there by number 12, Hammond. We've seen that all game.
Hammond just continues to run people over. Had a couple of big gains here for Humber. And you said it, Everett. Big defensive stand there from Humber. The ball for the moment is out of danger.
And now the ball switching. That's Laura Congdon with it. She switches to the far side. That play is blown down. Going to result in a scrum here. And again, Paul, we've seen it. The Humber Hawks really unable to get out of their own third of the field so far in the second half.
I don't think they've been across their own half since the start of this second half.
This Knights team has really been relentless here. And they've resulted in one try. And now trail in this gold medal game here of this OCAA Women's Rugby Final by a score of 22-15. Everett Handmer alongside Paul McGowan. Going to be a play resulting in a scrum here. I have to think part of this Knights' momentum, Paul, is while they have had the majority of the possession in the second half, this end is right in front of the majority of their friends and family support, so they're really feeding off of that crowd and that energy that they're giving them right here.
I think you're right, Everett. You're right. It's a combination. They came out really hard to start this second half, and maybe feeding off that energy from their fans a little bit. They've certainly dominated play here to start.
Maybe the Knights putting the ball into the scrum. Knights have it now as number 8. She'll go with it with room to go, but brought down by Branch. She still has it. The Knights still with it here with possession. Swings it over to the far side. Room to go as they're going right at this defense. The ball is down. Referee blows things down here.
And Everett, much has been made about this strong Humber offense, an average of 80 points for in the regular season. And what we're seeing here, though, is just how good that defense is. You said it before, they gave up just 7 points all season. And a couple of big stands here in front of their own try line has kept that lead at 7.
7 points, 5 shutouts in the regular season by this Humber Hawks team. Scrum, the two teams, ball put into the scrum by the Hawks. Just trying to kick it, eluding pressure here. And that's a testament to this Knights team is going right up the right side again. Have to be careful with possession there. Ball's loose. Ball will squirt it out of play there.
That was 15, Natasha Mitchell for the Knights. Who had that ball bounced underneath her fingertips and then recovered and moved it back toward the try line.
So ball into play here by the Hawks. They come out of the line in with it. Right around the center of the field now. Brought down to the ground. Hawks still with it, swinging out to the far side, the right side of the field. As now the Hawks with it. The ball is loose. Picked up by the Knights again with open field to go. She's running to daylight. Brought down again, though. Knights still with it. Right around the try line. Till they get in. They're in for the try! As this Knights team capitalizes on a loose ball turnover by the Hawks, Paul. And like we've seen, they, with room to run with, number 23, I believe, for the Fleming Knights, took it and ran to daylight there. Number 23, Samantha Gray.
And Humber's in a little bit of trouble here. Came into this half leading by 12. If Fleming can convert here, that lead is gone. And it has been all Fleming here in the second half. Humber needs to find a way to respond and push back a little bit. They've had some great defense. Pushed back a couple of try attempts that were real close. But you said it, Everett. They haven't really had control of the ball, and I don't think they've been across midfield since the second half began.
Tough convert coming here for Casabo, but the wind is coming with her on that far side of the field here, so that maybe help her, but a long kick from a tough angle here. Kick is up, and it just maybe 2-3 yards short, Paul, there, but so the Humber Hawks lead is now sits at just 2. With the score 22-20 for the Hawks.
So a slim margin now for the Hawks. They'll kick it back to Fleming, and they've got to find a way to get possession and at the very least control play for a little bit.
That she kicks things off here. That kick is fumbled by the Knights. Kicked right out here. That'll give the Hawks their best field position of the second half. But first to jump on that ball, though, are these Knights. Ball fumbled around on the ground there. The Knights still have possession. Ball right at midfield, but again, Paul, we see what looked like the Knights kicking it out, kicking the ball back to Humber. They were the first ones on that loose ball.
Absolutely, just terrific hustle from this Fleming side. Putting a lot of pressure on the Hawks. And you can see it, they're forcing the Hawks to make mistakes. And so far they've been able to capitalize on those mistakes.
So with the scrum here right at half, And the ball being put into the scrum by the Hawks helped to see that. But again, coming out of the scrum with the possession are the Knights. As this Knights team goes right at it, number 13. Being cheered on by the supporters. And again, that's number 11. Great play there by number 11, Maggie Kearney. And the Knights still with it here.
Terrific ball movement right now by the Knights.
Knights going right at this Hawks defense again. On the far side, a fake misdirection play there. And here, it almost seems like now with room to go here, going over the far right side, that's number 8, close to the try line. Last ditch effort there by the Hawks.
Let's go!
And so
that one not in.
Not in close. But now back in play here, number 25 for the Knights, going right at her. Scrummed around. Switches it over to the far side. Knights really trying to move the pile forward. Change of possession there. As now the Hawks with possession. A tense couple of minutes there again by these Knights.
Well, it's a game of adjustments, Everett, and you can see that Fleming made a couple at halftime. They've come out strong. They've scored the first 2 tries here in the second half, and now Humber came into this half leading by 12. They're still up by 2, but they've got to make an adjustment back and get themselves back into this game.
And one of those adjustments, as it's going to be Christina Branch, the speedy winger, she checks back into this game. There's a scrum here. Referee going to have them do that over again.
Thank you. All right. Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Great team so far in this gold medal game. Couldn't have asked for a better day weather-wise. Clear blue sunny skies. And here are the Knights pushing again. That turnover taken, kicked out of harm's way by the Hawks. Keeping it, unable to keep it in play there. Were the Knights. As really referee marks it. Number 7, Carly Warren, set to throw the ball into play here. So, Paul, we really see so far in the second half, it feels like almost the field has been slanted in the favor of the Knights.
Absolutely true, Everett. You get the sense that Humber might need some kind of a break here to swing momentum, because right now, you're right, it is all Fleming College. Massive tackle over by the touchline there.
Big play there. Big call there. The fans really getting involved on both sides. As you can really feel the intensity building here in this gold medal game, which is only a 2-point margin here so far. Oh, a big hit there by the Knights, number 25. My goodness.
Caitlin Morgan somehow sprang right back up after that big hit.
Caitlin Morgan, come get some. Morgan with it again. Humber Hawks player caught some airtime there on that big hit there. The Knights still with it. Good tackle there, though, by number 21, Paul. Ball still loose as now the Hawks with it. They kick it off a short kick. Taken in the air, though, by Carly. She runs over her man. Balls. Referee, we're going to have a yellow card issued here to Hawks player, number 4, Emily McLean, from Bradford, Ontario. She'll go off to the sin bin. Big tackle there.
Definitely get the sense that Humber getting a little bit frustrated here.
As this Knights team is threatening here down. There's a break. The ball is fumbled around, but play is brought down. As we have on the near side of the field here, an injured player for the Hawks.
Humber here hanging on by the skin of their teeth, just a 2-point lead. And Fleming just refuses to give that ball up. Right now you get the sense that Fleming scoring another try is kind of inevitable. If you're Humber, you don't necessarily want to try to hang on for 8 or 9 more minutes here. Like to get control and maybe add that lead a little bit, make things a little bit more comfortable, because right now Fleming is coming hard and they don't show any signs of stopping.
Injured player for the Hawks is number 20, Caitlin Morgan. She'll go off, comes in, goes off on an injury substitution. Ball put into the scrum, quickly to jump on it there. The Hawks now just kick it out of position. Taken in the air, though, are the Knights, with an open field to work with here. Trying to move the ball forward, pushing the pile.
There's Natasha Mitchell taking that kick right out of the air. Spark plug all afternoon for the Fleming Knights.
Laura Condon brings the ball up for the Hawks. Nothing going there, as this Knights defense has been all over them. Switch it off the far side. Branch with it. Now swings it up to the near side. Big play there as the play is now loose ball. Jumped on by the Knights. Just quickly putting things in play. Again here on the Knights is number 5. And we're seeing it, Paul. This Knights team not phased. You know, the Hawks have had possession, but there's sound defensive game here by the Knights.
Knights looking like they believe that this game is theirs. And certainly if you're Fleming and if you can score a try here, Humber hasn't shown any offense here in the second half.
Loose ball, turnover there, as it's now the Hawks with it, with room to run. The speedy, as now with open field on the far side, gets away from one defender. Still with it are the Hawks at the far side of the field. Play will be blown down right around midfield.
And I believe that was Sharifa Hammond who picked that ball up and had a nice run up the middle of the field for Humber. What a big play that is.
The biggest offensive play of the second half so far by the Hawks advances the ball just to half. Will result in a scrum right on the center line on the far side of the field.
Big moment for both teams here. Humber trying to turn the tide. make this lead a little bit more comfortable.
Injured Fleming player being escorted off the field here in the Hawks backfield. It's number 21, Teresa Erdenberger. And now we're into the second half here of this OCAA Women's Rugby Gold Medal game. In a second half that has been, well, not largely dominated, entirely dominated by this Knights team, Paul. They started the second half trailing by 12 points and have trimmed that lead just to 2.
If you were looking at time of possession, I don't know if Humber would even have a minute right now. Come up with a couple of big stands on the try line and a couple of timely turnovers, but calls again.
Just one player with a beat, but brought good tackle there by Shakira Hall. Being dragged down there at the ground.
Right here. Right here.
Tries to spin around one way. Fleming doing such a good job.
Come on.
Of really going right at this Hawks defense.
Come on.
Hawks in need of another big defensive stand here.
Knights still with it. Hawks really are holding on to this slim 2-point lead here. So the Knights still with it, going right at it. Sidestepped around one defender. As the fans in the stands rise to their feet here, trying to get in right around the try line. Good defense there. The ball still around.
What a stop.
Stop there by Humber.
Big defensive stop by Humber. Fans from both teams encouraging their team.
Come on.
Humber's nobody on the left.
Fleming supporters go crazy as this Fleming Knights team has trimmed away at the lead all second half and now lead this gold medal game in the second half, Paul.
And you can see the Humber players down in the goal area. They are not a happy bunch. They look dejected and beaten. They've been dominated in this second half, and now they have to find a way
and so
to score another try against this tough Fleming team.
And just after that try was made here, head coach Dale SU ran from the sidelines all the way into the end zone, really trying to, get some type of message to his team because they've really had nothing going here in the second half. A few defensive stops, Paul, though, we have to say that.
And even in that last series there, a couple of big tackles, but they just couldn't keep Fleming out. Talked about it. You got the sense that if Fleming ever got that next try, Humber was in trouble. May convert.
The convert is good, and so the Fleming Knights now lead by a score of 27 to 22 here in this gold medal game. Paul, if you are the Humber Hawks, on the other side of that, you're only down by 5 points, so a try and a convert gives you the lead again.
Absolutely, and the big thing is that the try on its own will tie things up for you, but you have to dig deep if you're Humber and find a way. Here's a chance. What a bounce for Humber. Now 21 Shakira Hall coming down with it.
As they trail, is now the Hawks threatening in the Knights zone for the first time this second half. Hawks really trying to push the pack forward. But now a turnover. Out of it are the Knights, Paul.
And now Humber comes up with it. They've got some room on the left.
In for the try. Humber has tied things up here in this gold medal game.
What a second half effort, and now it's Fleming's turn to look dejected there in the goal area. Humber had nothing going all game. They kick off. Shakira Hall, a terrific play to track that bounce and come down with it, and a couple of seconds later, Humber has a try, and they've tied things up.
The Humber Hawks fans really rushing down to the sidelines, trying to get as close to the field as possible, urging their team on, as they know that they need to get every advantage they can, as they have just tied things up here in this gold medal game. And so this convert, Paul, becomes huge.
Absolutely huge.
And
time waning here in the second half.
From almost identical from where we watched her in warm-ups, Laura Congdon practicing these kicks, and she didn't really get too close at any of those times when we were watching her.
Silence here at the Brampton Rugby Club.
And she pulled that one, like we said. You know, we watched her in warm-ups, Paul, taking kicks from that exact location, and none of the times did she really get too close. And there again, she pulled that one well wide. And so, we've talked about it before, missed converts have really been a theme here, as there's only been 2 converts made all game.
That was a big one, but if you're Humber, just happened to be back and tied.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are all tied here, 27-27 in this OCAA women's gold medal game. And going all the way back, Paul, where there's 2 injured Fleming Knights players down on the field and have been getting treatment ever since that breakaway there. And so they're still down.
I know.
And so we are, hopefully those 2 players are okay, but we are now late in this second half, and this game is tied.
There is no way to predict how this one is going to finish out. I thought that when Fleming got that last try, it was going to be really hard for Humber to respond. They'd been dominated for the entire second half. Hadn't really even been on the Fleming half of the pitch here. And all of a sudden, not a minute after that, Fleming tried to go ahead. Humber comes back and ties things up. No telling which way this one's going to finish. Dead even here at 27. Women's gold medal game.
So the referee's still now just down to 1 Fleming player down on the field, as the other one has gone off and receiving treatment on the sidelines now, but 1 player with 4 medical training, 4 members of the training staff tending to this night's player. She gets up slowly with an ice pack on her to her head. That's
Come on, let's go, Humber, let's go!
number 13, Eddie Safar. And so everyone is standing here at the Brampton Rugby Club, and what proves to be a thrilling finish to this game. Humber with it. Congdon with the ball. Takes it over. Branch swings it. Far side of the field. Big tackle there by the Knights.
And all of a sudden Humber's got their mojo back a little bit.
You know, that old adage, Paul, you don't want to poke the sleeping bear, because all that Humber Hawks team needed was one opportunity. And speaking of opportunity, there's the Fleming Knights jumping on a loose ball. But out of the scrum come the Humber Hawks. Branch on the far side. She drips it off with speed. Down the right flank with room to run down on the far side. But stripped.
Big tackle there.
Big tackle and the ball was loose. We'll see who comes out of the scrum at the far side with possession.
That looked like 14 for Humber. Cheyenne DeLuca. Her and Branch hooking up, and now they're deep in Fleming territory.
As the referee has blown things down.
They had it. They had it. There was no support.
DeLuca looked like she had room down that right side, but we're late in the game here. It looked like maybe she just ran out of gas down that right side.
And so, results in a scrum. The referee has blown things down. Will be the Fleming Knights putting the ball into the scrum. And out of the scrum, referee will do things over as the scrum collapsed there on the far side of the field. As the wind begins to pick up here late in the second half. Been a fairly calm game. Rather wind-wise all game, but it's going to be again the Fleming Knights set to put the ball into the scrum. And the Knights come out of the scrum with possession. Ball fumbled there, but first on it. Great play, Paul. That's a result of the Fleming really sensing the speed of this Humber Hawks team.
And just the way that Fleming was forcing Humber into mistakes with their speed and their pressure early in this second half, well, for most of the second half. Humber turning around and they're doing the same thing to Fleming.
And so that'll do it. For the end of regulation, we are tied. We have some free rugby coming up, Paul, and we have some overtime here in the gold medal game.
Free rugby for you. We'll be back in just a second here at the Brampton Rugby Club. How does this work?
I don't know. Anybody know the format?
Is it gold?
Ask Wayne.
Is it? Yeah, I don't know.
Who scored that last try for Humber?
No idea.
I thought it was 23.
Paul, 2 7-minute halves.
Oh, okay.
That's what Wayne just said.
Okay.
I'll announce it.
I'm going to get my timer going so that we have a vague idea of... Because right now I have no idea.
My goodness.
My God. Oh, my God. The man is a family.
Want to go on and just talk about it?
Sure.
And so we are back here with you at the end of regulation in this gold medal game. It is the Humber Hawks 27, the Fleming Knights 27, and Paul, now we'll have overtime.
Yep, we're going to have 2 7-minute halves here to decide things. Everett, what a second half. Fleming came out down by 12. Did not look in good shape, but they came out and dominated, scored 3 straight tries to take the lead, 27-22. And how about Humber's response there in the final minutes?
All they needed was one missed opportunity there. One mishap fumbled by the Knights resulted in the Hawks pouncing on that loose ball and again finding that one hole, breaking away and tying this thing up. And so to start the first half of overtime, it is the Humber Hawks going to kick things off. As really, like we said, Paul, the wind really picking up here in the last 5-10 minutes.
Still a beautiful day here. Great crowd things. Really intense there toward the end of that second half, and why not tie game here in the women's silver medal game?
Humber
OCAA Rugby.
Humber looking for their second consecutive gold medal in this women's rugby, and this Fleming Knights team looking for their first ever gold medal, Paul. So lots to play for here.
Fleming with back-to-back bronze medals. They'll come away with at least a silver, but you never like that silver medal when it's in a team sport because you end up losing the game to get there.
Everyone is standing here, including us up in the broadcast booth. As the scrum here inside Knights territory.
Big crowd here today, lots of Humber supporters. Of course, the Brampton Rugby Club not really home to Humber.
Ball put into the scrum by the Hawks. Taken out of the scrum. It's Branch with it. Speedy Branch. Brought down. Out of the scrum. Ball still loose. And now that's the Knights with it. Going to the far side. Going right at, as we've said it all game. Come on, Knights! This Knights team going right at the Hawks defense.
And Humber with good pressure, forcing the Knights back.
Ball loose there in the center of the field. Referee will blow things down.
Go quick, Fleming!
Quickly put him back into play is Fleming. Fleming, number 7.
That's Carly Warren, number 7, broke a few tackles there to get the ball up to midfield.
So, trying to push the path forward here as this Fleming Knights team. Fans from both sides, highly invested, highly energized, trying to give their team every added extra bit of momentum here.
Humber looking a little bit stronger here to start overtime. Putting a lot of pressure on the Knights.
As we said, this Humber Hawks team, no stranger to tight games in gold medal games, as last year they won their gold medal game by a score of 19-17.
And as a rugby fan, this is exactly what you want to see. Two best teams in the league fighting it out for the gold medal. And it's been a tight game all the way.
Player was down due to injury, but gets up and appears to be fine. Assault in a scrum here. Ball going to be put into play by the Hawks.
Big push from Fleming. And it looks like Humber will come up with it.
Loose ball dropped there, but picked up by the Hawks. Switching it, swinging it to the left side of the field. Trying to really push the pile forward. The Hawks still with it. Ball right around midfield. Goes to the near side.
Get it!
We're now inside. With 2 minutes left to go here in this first half of the overtime period.
And that's Sharifa Hammond with another good run along the outside for Humber.
Trying to drive the pile forward here as big tackle. Ball kicked into play here by the Knights. Turnover there. As it's now the Hawks with it. Big defensive stop there though by the Knights.
Let's go, Knights!
Neither team's been very close to the goal area yet here in overtime. But here's Humber.
With we have two Knights players down on the field again, both receiving medical treatment, which really affects their numbers defensively. Players slow to get off here as now the Knights with it, coming around the near side, trying to get to the outside. And she did, turns the corner, but nice tackle there by the Hawks.
Huge tackle there by Cheyenne DeLuca.
Cheyenne DeLuca, big tackle, got the possession, but then fumbled it. And then it was, I believe, at the bottom of that pile. Fleming with it.
Had a long way to go to catch Natasha Mitchell, who looked like she was going to turn that corner on the outside and make a run up the field, but a terrific tackle by DeLuca. Just getting to her before she turned that corner.
Let's go,
we are now in the final minute of this opening overtime half as we play 2 7-minute halves here in overtime. No real offensive threats so far in the first half, but as the play is stopped as players from both teams are receiving medical treatment there. Humber player going to be carried off the field there by 3 players, and
that does not look good.
Not look good. Hopefully.
Go Fleming, dig deep here!
Humber, let's go! Nobody comes in your home. Come on, girls, let's go!
So it's going to be a scrum here in the final minute. 2 teams crouch, bind, set. Now the ball is put into the scrum here by the Knights. 2 teams mustering everything they have here in this overtime of the gold medal game. And here we go. Ball is brought down. Knights really trying to kind of go with what's been working all game, and that has been going right at this Humber Hawks defense, Paul.
Red Everett not scared to run right up through the middle. Got a bunch of players who can break tackles and go right through defenders.
See it again, Speed trying to flank it out to the outside.
And Natasha Mitchell again for Fleming.
That'll be all going right out of the play. Resulting in line. The atmosphere here at the Brampton Rugby Club is electric as both teams have fought so hard here in this gold medal game all season long.
And you're right, Everett. Everyone getting into it here. Lots of people standing over on those bleachers.
And so that'll do it for the first half of this overtime here. And so, Paul, in that first overtime, 7 minutes, not a whole lot of offensive chances, but some good possession for both teams.
Absolutely. Humber continued to look strong after scoring that tie to try things up, or that try to tie things up. Bit of a tongue twister there. And continued to pressure Fleming and force a couple of mistakes, but you're right, nothing really to show for it. No team getting very near the goal area. For 7 minutes, not a lot of time to get anything going. You have to figure that as both teams get a little bit more tired and a little bit more worn down, it's going to be a little bit easier for somebody to break off a big run, maybe get that game-winning try.
But we've seen in this game that when it's overtime, a short period like this, all it takes is one miscue, one fumble, one missed tackle, and both these two teams have that breakaway speed ability to capitalize on just one missed opportunity, and that might be all it will take.
And I think that's probably what you're going to see to end things here. Is just a long run, somebody breaking a tackle and going the rest of the way.
Head coach Dale Asue coaching his team, hopefully on to so we're just about ready to kick things off here for the second half of this overtime period in the gold medal women's rugby game. This first place Hawks team, which all season was relentless on offense, only allowed 7 points over the course of the regular season. This Fleming Knights team, which went undefeated in the other conference here, something's got to give here in this final 7 minutes. Opening kick will go out of bounds. Line in, taken by the Hawks. Low pass there, taken by Branch. Will be blown down.
Branch with a couple of tries here for Humber today. She's got good speed, and on both those tries broke a tackle and went inside to score.
Let's go, Fleming!
So we have a scrum in the Humber Hawks zone. Ball loose, still there in the scrum. Taken by the Knights. Here they go. Switching over to the far right side of the field. They had such early success early on in this game.
Let's go, Fleming!
That's right, Everett. There's those two first half tries both down in that far corner.
Loose ball there, taken by Branch. He now has open field to go. Gets around one man, the ball is loose. By the Knights, all the other way, down the left side. She goes down the left side. Does she get in? She's in! Knights take the lead. Second half of this gold medal winning team. Number 15, Natasha Mitchell-Paul capitalizes on a fumble, and the Knights have the lead here.
Looks like somebody's going to break off a big run in the right. Untimely fumble. And Mitchell, who's been a speed threat all game, picks it up and wasn't even really touched on her way in for the try.
Mitchell sends the Knights fans in attendance into a frenzy as they now lead here in the second minute of this play. And we talked about it. We said it would take, all it would take was one missed opportunity, one fumble, one missed tackle, and that was that one fumble takes it the other way to Speedy Mitchell. And now long convert here attempt coming here.
And if you're Humber, the good news is that try comes in the first 2 minutes of this second half of overtime, so you've still got a chance to go back the other way, but it's got to happen quickly.
lengthy kick here. Kick just comes up short. And so, in the 3rd minute of the second half of the overtime, it is Fleming Knights lead the Humber Hawks 32-27 off of a Natasha Mitchell try, the back from Keene, Ontario, first-year player for the Knights.
She has looked dangerous all afternoon and comes up huge here when it matters the most.
And here, taking it, going right at it. Big play there. The ball goes out of play. Fleming now, have to think, would rely on their defense, a defense which has been played so well in this game. Hawks, the speedy Branch, tries to switch things off to the far side of the field. Brought down there on a big play by the Knights. As the Knights now still with possession of it. Across midfield is now Lauren. Ball kicked quickly back into play. As the Knights with it now, as we are in the 5th minute of this overtime period.
And Fleming with control of the ball. Humber needs to force a turnover here.
Ball kicked back into play, going right at it. That big collision there, right in the middle of the field. The Fleming Knights with possession of the middle of the field. Humber needs to force a turnover here.
Hear the fans yelling for Fleming to kick that ball deep. They want
Let's go, Fleming!
that ball deep in Humber territory here. Humber, of course, not very much time to move that ball the other way.
You guys the main table? Main score table, no?
So 32-27 lead for the Fleming Knights. So we are now in the 6th minute of this overtime here. 6th minute of 7, and now the Hawks have possession with it. They'll have to redo that over again. As now the ball is in play. Humber here with a last-ditch effort here to try and tie things up. Here they are, and now Branch, the Swedish Branch with it, lays things off. Down the other side of the field. Right in front is defense of the Fleming Knights. Equal to the task so far. The result of that is going to be a scrum here.
And it'll be Fleming putting the ball in. Humber needs a big push here.
Pending the differences in the clock with the referee's clock, we are at the 7-minute mark of this second half. Last stitch effort by the Humber Hawks. Ball put into the scrum by the Fleming Knights. That'll have to be done over again, as that ball, Paul, didn't really ever enter the scrum.
No, kind of got kicked around the outside.
So the Fleming Knights just moments away from what they hope is a gold medal victory here. Ball put into the scrum here by the Knights. Ball still kicked around there. Knights have to be content with that, as here we go, their possession. Now Humber needs a strip here. Needs it. Ball is bounced around. Kicked around. Brought down by the Hawks. The loose ball. Can they come up with it? The Knights still with it. Ball on the ground. Yes.
The Hawks come up with it.
Michelle Branch, a speedy Branch. Breaks up the left side. Oh, she had it. This is it. Branch has done it. She's tied it up here for the Hawks in the second half of the gold medal game. The Hawks have done it.
Her third try of the game. None bigger than that one right there. A pile of players in the middle of the field, a couple of meters out. Branch comes up with the ball with room to move on that left side, and she's able to turn the corner and put it in.
I hope you're not wearing a pacemaker, folks, because this game has been absolutely crazy. And so, by our clock, we are in the 9th minute of the second half. This is for this convert. This is it for the gold medal.
What a turn of events here. Humber with a pair of last-minute tries, one to tie the game and send it into overtime, one here at the very end of overtime to tie it up again.
Here's the kick. Is low and short. And so, at the end of the second half of overtime, we are still tied 32-32 on it. I don't know what to say. That, like, you can't draw up a better finish than this ball.
Absolutely not. Fleming had possession. I'm not sure who it was for Humber in the middle of that pile who stripped that ball. But they got it to Branch. We've seen that breakaway speed all afternoon. And she ties it up with a great run to the outside.
And so at the end of overtime, we are now going into penalty kicks. The whole season, the gold medal comes down to penalty kicks. And so, Paul, two people that you'd think we'd see are no-brainers would be Casabo for Fleming and Congdon for the Hawks. So it's going to be a best of 3 penalty kicks with 3 kickers going from each team. If we still remain tied at the end of that, then we go into sudden death kicks, Paul.
I don't know that I've ever seen this. What a way to end the game. So Everett, you talked about it in the second half, the wind picking up a little bit. Well, all of a sudden that makes a ton of difference here. I mentioned too, both teams have had trouble with their converts. Just 2 made all game. So a dicey way to end the game for either side.
What a second half and what an overtime we had here at the Brampton Rugby Club.
32-32 Fleming. Strong second half, 3 straight tries. Humber came down in the last couple of minutes. A try of their own to tie things up and send it to overtime. And then in the opening 2 minutes of the second half of overtime, Fleming with the try to go up by 5, but then Humber comes down in the final seconds of the second half of overtime and get a big try. It was Christina Branch Already 2 tries today. Using their speed to get to the outside and get that ball in and down. And that's where we are now, 32-32.
And the back in the second half, it was the injured player for the Humber Hawks was carried off the field by 3 of her teammates, and now we see the paramedics as an ambulance has arrived and driven right up onto the field as as emergency crews were needed. So
she started going in kind of some seizure
paramedics
movements, but we don't know.
Tend to the injured player. It's going to be first taking the kick is Fleming Knights. From about 30 yards out or so, straight away.
22 meter.
22-meter kicks.
Both teams lined up.
It was electric moments ago. You could hear a pin drop here now at Brampton, the Brampton Rugby Club.
Oh, it's okay.
The first kick is low.
That's the pressure.
Whip kick, and happy was number 10 for Fleming College.
Get the ball up in the air.
And now number 15 is going to be McGilvery.
Is the tee different than a football one?
An opportunity, Paul, to take the lead here in the first round of penalty kicks.
And they set it up the other way, right?
Love to get that first one and put a little bit of pressure on Fleming. Makes all the difference.
Get it up in the air.
Not time to celebrate yet.
No, she missed and didn't score. There's 3 kicks.
Fleming looks to answer here.
But if they miss, we miss, they can still score. We can still miss.
Oh, yeah, they're...
Little shank here, but all the way.
Kick is up, and that is good. Number 10. That was Angela Godfrey. Ties things up here in the second round.
Absolute silence here before these kicks. Stark contrast to the end of the second half of overtime. This place just wild with noise. Everyone now intently focused on these kickers.
Now to McGilvery. Set to take the kick to try and put the Humber Hawks in the lead again. Second round of penalty kicks of this gold medal game.
You're in it.
Kick from McGilvery pulled right, and so after 2 rounds of penalty kicks, we have 1 make and 1 miss from both teams, Paul.
Oh, that was close.
Dead even.
It all comes down to the final round of this best of 3 penalty kicks.
And Everett, these are not easy kicks. You can see the flags, the wind kind of coming across the field here. So never mind that there's been trouble with the converts all day. The wind not helping things either.
She's kicking like a football kicker, right?
Yeah.
Or Yusuf.
To extend it into extras.
Tense moments here at the Brampton Rugby Club.
The kick is low. The kick is not good. Knights win. Knights win. The Fleming Knights have won the the first gold medal in their program's history in a thriller that will go down in the history books, Paul.
What a game. Humber down twice, down at the end of regulation, down at the end of overtime. Both times they're able to score a late try. They end up forcing penalty kicks, and they just fall short. A heartbreaking loss for the Hawks. But what a game by both teams. Two first-place teams coming in, and we got exactly the game that we thought we'd get.
A heartbreaking loss for the Hawks, but on the other side of it, you have to tip your cap to the second half that this Fleming, and overtime that this Fleming Knights team played, Paul, was just, they were down 12 points going into the second half against a Humber Hawks team that they'd been to the finals every year.
We talked about it going into the half that Fleming would have to rebound in a big way, have a big response, and boy did they ever. Came out, you're right, dominated the second half and really made things hard on the Humber Hawks, but both teams, it's clear that these are two very good rugby teams, and they played their hearts out here today.
As the fans in attendance applaud for both teams, as this game was a very entertaining game from both sides. And so this Fleming Hawks team, Paul, they finished the regular season undefeated, and they went perfect, wire to wire throughout the regular season, not losing a single game.
Terrific effort from Fleming. Not quite as offensively powerful as Humber, but again, we talked about it, played in a much tougher East Division. But early on, it looked like Humber might run away with things. We talked about it. Humber with a bunch of tries in the first half and up 12 going into it. Fleming found a way. They dug deep and came up with that push they needed.
We talked about it on the top of the broadcast in the first half for the Humber Hawks. They got so close to the try line on multiple attempts there, but just unable to convert it, resulting in a couple of missed turnovers. And we said, in a game of this magnitude, you don't want to look back at the end and say what could have, should have been.
Absolutely, yeah. You made light of it earlier when it happened. Those couple of turnovers right on the try line, and you wonder that if Humber had a bigger lead going into the half, that this one might have turned out differently. But you can't really play that game when you're talking about sports, and especially when you're talking about a winner-take-all gold medal game like this one. So the medals are about to be presented, but we're going to take our leave here. Fantastic game. Thank you for being with us. The Fleming Knights win the women's rugby gold medal here at Brampton Rugby Club. They do it on penalty kicks. Game finished 32-32. And then 2-1 in penalty kicks for Everett Hammer. I'm Paul McGowan. This has been Humber Hawks Rugby. I think they're giving out medals.
Who's over there?
All the, like, golds and silver.
Yeah, I thought it was my car.
What a fucking game. Holy crap. Good broadcast.
Yeah, good call.
That was a ton of fun.
Good call at the end there, man.
What,
the Knights win.
Or the comeback call? Dogs have done it.
Oh man. No comments. Except for someone wondering if Jacinta was okay.
What?
Someone wondering if Jacinta was okay. On the Knights.
Not sure.
We don't need to stick around, eh?
Nope.
All right, sweet. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Should we stop the stream or let Nick handle that?
Should let them handle it. I mean, we're not.
Yeah. But if you want to watch the
Yeah.
medals being handed out, then why not?
What a game.
Seriously.
This is what I did yesterday. That's crazy, eh?
Oh my goodness.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, guys.
No problem.
We'll talk to you.
Yeah, I'll
Come and see me so we can set up Thursday.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to come Wednesday, she should have all the rosters.
Well, yeah. Wednesday for sure. I'll be in by Wednesday for sure.
Put the headset up like this now.
Okay. What way?
You know, it's like, this is why you can never do this in hockey as a championship. One girl's got to decide the championship, right?
Great game, though.
Yeah, oh, that's got to stay on because of the stream.
When's the spirit? I should be spirit. You gotta announce.
You know what? Yeah, I don't even know who they are.
Okay.
We'll ask the coaches who play the game.
Well, this doesn't sound like that. So, like, do you have to use an ambulance? Yeah, we're waiting. So Dwayne's with the ambulance, so he's not announcing.
That mic doesn't work.
So you're announcing? Okay.
What are you guys doing?
What?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I'm taking all.
Don't worry.
Is it on? No.